Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. A few minutes late, but we are here Friday night for another affordable group break, August 15th, 2025 edition. Mixing it up a little bit, going over to the football side of the sports spectrum with a big old thick box of 1996 Upper Deck Collector's Choice football. Good evening, Jared. I 95 through 99, I picked up a lot of football. Sitting this breakout, didn't claim my Panthers as I would normally do because I'm pretty sure I've got everything from the set. But I do appreciate this help with the sellout. Had to get the little cheapo at the very end, but sellout is a sellout, so I do appreciate that. Let's see, we've got 12 cards per pack. Excuse me, 14 cards per pack and 40 packs in the box. So quite a bit in here. Let's see, what are we chasing? These are cards 1 through 375 because there is like an update series. Let's see, MVP silvers, or let's see, our 1 in 1, MVP gold are 1 in 35. The fun play action stickums are 1 in 3. You crash the game silver is 1 in 5, and a you crash the game gold is 1 in 50. So some fun things. It's collector's choice. Happy Friday indeed, Ben. This is another long week. Glad the weekend is here. Hey, good evening, John. John has got multiple teams tonight. Jared with the Redskins. Mr. Morris with the... Who'd you get? Oh, yeah, he took my Panthers. Giants. So good luck, everybody. Don't know if we'll go super detailed card by card because there's so much to do. But we'll have fun. There's right off the... Okay, I do remember these. Right off the bat, we've got a Detroit Lion, Herman Moore, silver MVP. Yeah, they're going to make me flip and turn these cards around a lot. There's a Stickums, a Brett Favre. Yeah, they're going to make me flip and turn every one of these cards. Lawrence Phillips, rookie for the Rams. Aeneas Williams, Cardinals. I like the design of these two. Season to remember, Ricky Watters for the Eagles. We got Vinny Testaverde for the Browns. John Elway, Vikings. Cordell Stewart, Vikings. Denver, you know what I meant. Cordell Stewart for the Steelers. Big name back then. Derek LaVille for the 49ers. Brian Mitchell, Redskins. Willie McGinnis for the Pats. Bam Morris for the Steelers. Antonio Langham, Browns, and Bruce Smith flexing on the field for the Bills. Silver MVP, Rashaan Salaam, the Bears. Rookie is Mike Allstott for the remember. Hugh Douglas for the Jets. Another season to remember, Curtis Martin for the Pats. Got a Carl Pickens for the Bengals. Emmitt Smith. It's like signing autographs at a training camp. Cowboys, of course. Derek Holmes for the Bills. Jimmy Hitchcock for the Pats. Michael Haynes for the Saints. And we have a You Crashed the Game, Isaac Bruce for the Rams. That is the silver variety. Ken Norton for the 49ers. Cortez Kennedy for the Seahawks. Alan Aldridge for the why am I drawing a blank? Broncos. And Brent Jones, 49ers. Marquez Pope, 49ers. Donnell Wolford, Bears. Steve Atwater, Broncos. Sean Lee for the Chargers. Mark Carrier, the Bears. Robert Blackman, Seahawks. Jackie Harris for the Creamsicle Bucks. Mr. McLaughlin for the Raiders. Another Testaverde. Jeff Graham, the Bears. Rodney Hampton, season to remember for the Giants. Season to remember, Michael Westbrook for the Redskins. Jeff Lewis is the rookie. And a silver MVP, Brett Favre. Silver MVP, Carl Pickens for the Bengals. The rookie is Alex Van Dyke for the Jets. Season to remember, Tyrone Hughes for the Saints. Hey, you got another rookie. Steve Tannehill for the Jaguars. I believe he was, I was going to say, South Carolina Gamecock. There's the late Sam Mills for the Panthers. Jeff George for the Dirty Birds. Rob Moore for the Cardinals. Mike Sherrard, Giants. David Palmer, Vikings. Tony Martin for the Chargers. Chris Zorich, the Bears. Terry Allen for the Redskins. Tyrone Wheatley for the Giants. And a Stickums, Anthony Smith for the Vikings. Raiders. Sorry, guys. It's been a long week. Tired. We have Larry Centers, silver MVP for the Cardinals. The rookie is Stanley Pritchett for the Dolphins. Another South Carolina alum, Isaac Bruce, season to remember, for the Rams. Another rookie, Chris Darkins for the Packers. Steve Tasker for the Bills. 2 in a row, him. Another Mike Sherrard. Actually, I just realized that over here in Copperfoil it says signed by the Broncos, so that goes the Broncos, not the Giants. Rob Moore, Stan Humphries for the Chargers. Andre Rison for the Browns. Willie Williams for the Steelers. Mark Chmura for the Pack. Roger Jones for the Bengals. Alvin Harper for the Bucks. Ernie Mills, Steelers. Chris Slade for the Pats. Steve McNair in the snow, going to the Houston Oilers. Jim Kelly, Bills. Joey Galloway, Seahawks. Steve Bono, KC. Steve Tovar, Bengals. Jackie Harris, Bucks. Another Sam Mills. Another Jeff George. We have a rookie of Mercury Hayes, the Saints. That does not ring a bell. Andre Reed, Bills. Eric Moulds, rookie for the Bills. Silver MVP, Michael Irvin, the Cowboys. Let me adjust this for a second. Silver MVP, Jim Kelly, the Bills. Rookie is Israel Nfiani. I said that right, for the 49ers. Brian Schwartz for the Jags. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the Dolphins. Eric Swan, Cardinals. Jeff Graham, Jimmy Hitchcock. DeMarco Farr for the Rams. Greg Lloyd for the Steelers. We have another You Crashed the Game, silver. Herman Moore for the Lions. Nolan Harrison for Oakland. William Fuller for Philly. Justin Armour for the Bills. And a Drew Bledsoe, Stickums, for the Pats. Silver MVP, John Elway. A John Runyon, rookie for the Oilers. Jim Flanagan, the Bears. There we go. Keyshawn Johnson, rookie for the Jets. Heath Schuler, Redskins. Carl Pickens. Derek Lavelle. Gary Collins, Panthers. Ellison Johnson for the Colts. So Terrell Davis. For the Broncos. Marvin Washington, Jets. Willie Jackson for the Jags. O.J. McDuffie for the Dolphins, and Dave Meggett for the Pats. Go ahead and sleeve the all-stop while I'm here. My man, John Casey for the Panthers. All right, 2 kickers in a row. We got Chris Benoit for Dallas, Troy Drayton for the Rams, Gus Frerotte, Redskins, Ken Harvey for the Redskins, Terry McDaniel, Oakland, Andy Harmon for Philly, Harold Green, Bengals, Adrian Murrell, Jets, Eric Rhett for the Bucks, Walt Harris, rookie for the Bears, Troy Vincent, Dolphins, rookie of Marco Battaglia, the Bengals, silver MVP. Oh, nice. Gary Collins. Like the one card I probably don't have, but cool for Ben because that's a cool card. And this little production snafu, it feels like one of the stickers, one of the stickums. Willie Davis, signed by the Oilers, it says on the card. Larry Centers for the Cardinals. Neil Smith, 49ers. Michael Brooks for the Giants. Jeff Hostetler for Oakland. Terrence Mathis for the Falcons. Derek Holmes, Bills. Junior Seau, Chargers. Leroy Butler for the Pack. Another Elway. Andre Coleman for the Chargers, season to remember. Jerry Rice, season to remember for the 49ers. And a rookie of Terry Glenn for the Patriots. Silver MVP, Marcus Allen for the Chiefs. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, rookie for the Dolphins. Marcus Allen, season to remember for KC. Michael Irvin, season to remember for Cowboys. Eugene Robinson for the Seahawks. Larry Brown, Cowboys. Rashawn Salaam, the Bears. Andre Coleman for the Chargers. Frank Sanders for the Cardinals. Warren Moon for the Vikings. Eric Allen, Saints. Urban Fryer for the Dolphins. Chris Dolman says signed by the 49ers. And a Greg Lloyd Stickums for the Steelers. Silver MVP, we have Chris Warren for the Seahawks. Mercury Hayes, rookie for the Saints. Season to remember, Carl Pickens Marcus Allen, season to remember. J.J. Stokes, 49ers. Jason Elam, Broncos. Mark Brunell for the Jags. Michael Jackson, Browns. Phillips, Giants. Jay Novacek, Cowboys. Darren Woodson, Cowboys. Jake Reed, Vikings. Dale Carter for the Chiefs. Dana Stubblefield, 49ers. The old Pro Bowl. Craig Newsome for the Pack. Another John Casey for the Panthers. Darren Woodson. Got another Jake Reed. And a You Crashed the Game silver Emmitt Smith for the Cowboys. Derek Brooks. Rick Meyer for the Seahawks. Steve Christie, the Bills. Willie Clay, Lions. Darren Bennett for the Chargers. Eric Metcalf, season to remember for the Falcons. Jim Harbaugh, season to remember, Colts. Chris Darkins, rookie for the Packers. Silver MVP is Ricky Watters for Philly. Silver MVP, Chris Carter for the Vikings. Another Steve Tannehill, rookie. We got a Kerry Collins, season to remember for the Panthers. A Brett Favre, season to remember for the Pack. Toby Wright for the Rams. Robert Brooks for the Pack. Rodney Thomas, Oilers. Glenn Milburn, Broncos. Ty Law for the Pats. Terrence Small, Saints. Pat Swilling, Oakland. Eric Allen, Dave Meggett, and Stickums, Michael Irvin for the Cowboys. Hope everybody had a good week. Hope everybody's got some plans for the weekend, card related or non. Rodney Thomas, silver MVP for the Oilers. Cedric Jones, rookie for the Giants. There's another Brett Favre and Kerry Collins. Carnell Lake for the Steelers. Chris Chandler, Oilers. Johnny Mitchell. Leslie Shepard for the Redskins. Eric Davis for the 49ers. David Sloan, Lions. Jim Harbaugh for the Colts. Brett Perryman for the Lions. Ernie Mills. And Terrence Shaw for the Chargers. Charity softball tournament. Nice. If any of you guys dabble in collectibles, toys, things like that, and are familiar with the YouTube channel Toy Federation, I'm going to head down there tomorrow and go ahead and part with some original Transformers that I pulled from the collection. Probably some GoBots. Not being filmed or anything, but headed down there, trade some stuff in, and then I got a comic show on Sunday. And then I'm working a show next weekend. Chris Spielman for the Lions. Alvin Harper. Hugh Douglas for the Jets. Norm Johnson for the Steelers. Mo Lewis, Jets. Bernie Parmalee, Dolphins. Antonio Freeman for the Packers. Herman Moore for the Lions. Quentin Coriat, Colts. Ricky Waters for the Eagles. There's a Jim Harbaugh. Eric Metcalf. John Mobley, rookie for the Broncos. Silver MVP goes to Isaac Bruce of the Rams. Grateful Dead Hot Wheels. There are so many darn Hot Wheels. I don't even know if I've seen those. MVP, Jim Everett for the Saints. Rookie is Simeon Rice for the Cardinals. He's a pretty good player. Drew Bledsoe, Carl Pickens, Daryl Hobbs for the Raiders. Pete Mitchell for the Jags. Tyrone Hughes, Saints. Harold Green for the Bengals. Curtis Conway, the Bears. Todd McNair for the Oilers. Derek Thomas for KC. Pat Swilling, Marquez Pope, and a Jerry Rice Stickums for the 49ers. Going to you, John. Got you a sticker. Silver MVP, Junior Seau for the Chargers. Walt Harris, rookie for the Bears. Aaron Craver. And a season to remember, John Elway, both for the Broncos, and Adrian Morrell. Martin Bayless for KC. There's Neon Deion Sanders for the Cowboys. Kevin Carter, Steve Berline for the Jags. Always liked Berline. Terry Glenn, you crashed the game. Silver for the Pats. Chris Mims, Chargers. Another Harbaugh. Brett Jones for the 49ers. And a Eric Pegram for the Steelers. Silver MVP, Adrian Morrell for the Jets. Another Keyshawn rookie. Wayne Chabert. Is that how you say it? Giants. Rodney Hampton for the Giants. We have a Dan Marino season to remember. And a Pete Stoyanovich for the Dolphins. John Randall for the Vikings. Tim McKyer for the Panthers. Bryce Pop for the Bills. For the Berline. Edgar Bennett. Norm Johnson. There's Rocket Ismail for the Raiders, and Eric Turner for the Browns. All right, guys, we are halfway through the box with this pack. Still have not found the gold MVP. We have a pretty good shot at a gold You Crashed the Game. Silver MVP, Eric Kramer for the Bears. Ricky Dudley, rookie for the Raiders. Travis Jervey for the Pack. Troy Aikman, season to remember, Cowboys. Wesley Walls for the Saints. Eric Swan, Cardinals. Steve Tovar. And Bobby Taylor for the Eagles. Todd McNair. Bryce Pop. Thomas Lewis for the Giants. Another Derek Thomas and Willie Davis, both for KC. And an Eric Kramer. You crashed the game. 2 Eric Kramers in the same inserts in the same pack. All right, let me move this first big old stack of base out of the way. On to the second half. Appreciate you sticking around. For those of you that are here. Here's another Rocket. Charles Haley for the Cowboys. Dan Wilkerson for the Bengals. Hardy Nickerson for the Bucks. Marlon Kerner, Bills. Kyle Brady, Jets. Another Chester McLaughlin. Eric Kramer. Henry Thomas. Another Emmitt Smith. Brett Maxey, signed by the Saints. Robert Smith, the Vikings. Daryl Gardner, rookie for the Dolphins. Silver MVP is Terrell Davis for Denver. Irv Smith, Saints. James O. Stewart for the Jags. Chris Mims, Chargers. Shannon Sharp for the Broncos. Curtis Conway. We got Mo Lewis. Jesse Tuggle for the Falcons. DeMarco Farr, for the Rams. There's another Heath Schuler. Ted Johnson for the Pats. Tamarick Vanover, season remember, for KC. Checklist, last card of the first, or Series 1, if you will. Pete Kendall, rookie Seahawks. Silver MVP, Barry Sanders. Henry Elliotte, the Redskins. Chris Jackie, Packers. Steve Young, 49ers. Curtis Martin, Brett Parmalee, Sloan for the Lions. Chris Carter, Vikings. Another Kerry Collins, Eric Rhett, Quadri Ismail for the Vikings. Emmitt Smith, season to remember, Cowboys. Chris Sanders for the Oilers. There we go. Tamanga Biakabatuka, rookie. Season cut, career cut short for Mr. Biakabatuka and the Panthers, but loved watching him when he was on the field. Silver MVP, Jeff Blake. And just sentimental to Biakabatuka, and it's fun to say his name. We're going to sleeve up his rookie. Are you hoping to get a Biakabatuka rookie then? Hey, here's the other kind of standout rookie of the set, Marvin Harrison for the Colts. Another checklist. Time Jerry Rice for the 49ers. Herman Moore, season remember for the Lions. Brian Cox, signed by the Bears. Chris Warren, Andy Harmon for Philly. Brian Blades, Saints. Torrance Small for the Saints. Here's another You Crashed the Game. Keyshawn, nice. Eric Zaire, Browns. Troy Aikman for the Cowboys. Marco Coleman for the Dolphins. And a Jeff George Stickums for the Dirty Birds. You're looking for them. That's good, Ben. I probably have several dupes of some of his rookies, but I haven't really I haven't done much with football with my Panthers collection. I haven't really done much in the way of organizing. But when that day comes, if I have any dupes of them, you are more than welcome to them. I will just send them your way. It's outside of a few Michigan fans. I don't know many people that even care. Jeff Herod for the Colts. Seeing double. Trent Dilfer for the Bucks. Darrell Lewis, Oilers. Another Eric Davis. Another Novacek. Mario Bates. Burton Emanuel. There's our Jerry Rice for the 49ers. Kimball Anders for KC. Bryce Pop, season to remember for the Bills. Dwayne Clemens, rookie for the Vikings. And Barry Sanders, base. Silver MVP. Edgar Bennett for the Packers. Marco Coleman for the Dolphins. Henry Elliott, Scott Mitchell for the Lions. William Thomas, Eagles. Ty Law, Pats. Another Warren Moon. Michael Westbrook. Brett Favre. Tim Brown. We got Jeff Leishman. Ronnie Thomas for the Oilers. Quinn Early. Jonathan Ogden, rookie for the Ravens. One of the few Ravens cards in the set. Silver MVP, Vinny Testaverde for the Browns. Followed by an Eddie George rookie. So, bam. Got the good rookies already. Michael Irvin. Cowboys. Rashawn Salam, season remember for, you guessed it, the Bears. Lloyd Turner for the Colts. Charlie Gardner for Philly. Dave Brown. Boomer Esiason for the Jets. Darnay Scott for the Bengals. Derek Brooks for the Bucks. Desmond Howard, Jags. Clyde Simmons for the Cardinals. Brock Marion for the Cowboys. And a Deion Sanders Stickums for the Cowboys. These Stickums are worth the price of admission, in my opinion. I still have some card cases, some hard plastic card cases that are plastered in Stickums from football and basketball. Jeff George, silver MVP. Kevin Hardy, rookie for the Jags. He's another good, solid player. Marshall Faulk for the Colts. Mark Brunell, Jags. Blaine Bishop for the Oilers. Yancey Thigpen, Steelers. Anthony Miller for the Broncos. Their Junior Seau. Dan, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but plays for KC. Philippi Sparks, Giants. Roman Pfeiffer for the Rams. Craig Hayward, Falcons. Christian Farrier for the Seahawks. And a Chris Jackie. James O. Stewart, Leslie O'Neal for the Chargers. Tony Bennett for the Colts, not the singer. Urban Fryer, Dolphins. Another You Crashed the Game, silver variety. It looks like Mr. Tim Brown for the Raiders. Derek Moore, Panthers. Eric Kramer, Ben Coates for the Pats. Isaac Bruce, Rams. Leroy Butler, Joey Galloway, Cordell Stewart, season to remember. Reagan Upshaw, rookie for the Bucks. Silver MVP, Emmitt Smith, Cowboys. Mid-90s product, not surprised to see so many Cowboys. Our friend Larry, the sewing machine guy, picked up a couple of teams tonight, including the Dolphins, not the Dolphins, the Cowboys. He's been on the road a lot down in Florida with his dad, who's been fighting, but he went home today. His dad is doing much better in a new facility, so I'm very happy to see that for him. Bryce Paup is the silver MVP. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, but it's for the Bills. Marcus Jones, rookie for the Bucks. Tamarick Vanover, Jeff Blake, Henry Thomas, Natron Means. Speaking of Carolina guys, here's Mr. Natron, signed by the Jags. Stevan Moore for the Browns. Another Cordell, Ray Buchanan for the Colts. Frank Sanders, Oscar McBride for the Cardinals. Tyrone Poole, pretty locked down cornerback for the Panthers in their early days. Aaron Hayden, the Chargers, and a Morton Anderson, the immortal Morton Anderson. God, I feel like he kicked forever. And that goes to the Falcons. Another Casey. Ken Norton, Eric Turner, Trent Dilfer, Michael Hayes, Reggie White for the Packers. Dan Marino, Dolphins, Marcus Allen, like a good 1-2-3 punch. Eric Curry for the Bucks. Larry Brown for the Cowboys. Season remembered Jerry Rice and Emmitt Smith. Bobby Hoying for the Eagles is the rookie. MVP silver Steve Bono for the Chiefs. Silver MVP, Tim Brown. Lawyer Malloy, rookie for the Pats. Mark Brunell, Jags. Robert Smith. Keenan McCardell, the Browns. Tom Carter, the Skins. Kevin Green, signed by the Panthers. Love me some Kevin Green. Bryant Young, for the 49ers. Ken Harvey, Redskins. Another Redskins player here. Brian Mitchell. Another Troy Aikman, Eric Zaire, Eric Pegram, and a Stickums for the Chargers, Natrone Means. Silver MVP, Dan Marino. Danny Cannell, rookie for the Giants. Rashawn Salam. Bledsoe. John Copeland. Dave Craig for the Cardinals. Ken Dilger, Colts. Kevin Williams, Cowboys. Another Terrell Davis. You crashed the game. Chris Warren, Seahawks. It's another silver one. Steve Young. Curtis Martin, Chris Spielman, and Dale Carter. About 6 or 7 packs to go. Chris Dolman goes to 49ers. Terrence Shaw for the Chargers. Another Shannon Sharp. Craig Hayward. Kyle Brady. Joey Galloway. Horace Copeland for the Bucks. Harvey Williams. Eric Metcalf. The Falcons. Kevin Butler for the Bears. Aaron Craver. The Broncos. Rodney Thomas, season to remember. The Oilers. Gerard Cherry, rookie for the Saints. MVP for the Bucks, Eric Rett. Silver MVP, Yancey Thigpen. The Steelers. Rookie is Charlie Jones for the Chargers. Bryce. Wayne Chabert. Pete Metzelaars for the Panthers. Fun fact, he and his wife rented a storage unit from a property that I managed so long ago. Bill Brooks. Jameer Miller. The Cardinals. Johnny Morton for the Lions. Another Andre Rison. Terrence Mathis. Tony Bennett. Thomas Lewis. Craig Newsome for the Pack. And Ken Norton, Stickums for the 49ers. Silver MVP, Curtis Martin, Pats. We've got a Teddy Bruschi, rookie for the Pats. Got Herman Moore. Oh, we got our gold. Travis Jervey, Bill Brooks, and it didn't replace the silver. Eric Kramer, the Bears. Johnny Morton, Jameer Miller, Tony Martin, Ray Buchanan, Tyrone Poole, Edgar Bennett, Stubblefield, Sean Dawkins. The Bears went at a discounted rate of just a dollar tonight. David Dunn, Bengals. Sherman Williams, Cowboys. Darrell Lewis for the Oilers. Neil Smith for the Chiefs. Another Derek Moore. Mark Carrier, Harvey Williams. Horace Copeland, another Metzlars. Metcalf. Dan Marino checklist. Warren Moon, season to remember. Rookie is Jason Dunn for the Eagles. Silver MVP, Jim Harbaugh. Almost to the end. Tony Martin, silver MVP, Chargers. Donnie Edwards, rookie for the Chiefs. Terrell Davis, season to remember. Warren Moon, Dave Craig, Kevin Butler, Kevin Williams, Ken Dilger, Bam Morris. Here's another You Crashed the Game silver, Edgar Bennett for the Packers. Dan Wilkerson. William Thomas, Mike Mamula for Philly, and a Chris Carter Stickums for the Vikings. Mark Brunell, MVP. Rookie is Stepfret Williams for the Cowboys. Steve Bono, season to remember, Chiefs. Tom Carter, Terrell Davis, John Copeland, Bryant Young, Kevin Green, Marlon Kerner, Dan S. Hugh Douglas for the Jets, Desmond Howard, Jags, David Dunn, Mike Mamula. Final pack. The 55-minute mark, our final pack. Sherman Williams, Sean Dawkins, Roman Pfeiffer, Brett Perryman, Darnay Scott, Jeff Hosteller, Marcus Allen, Dan Marino, Keenan McCardell, Eric Curry, Steve Bono, Michael Irvin, Stephen Davis for the Redskins. That's the other good rookie, at least in my opinion, and a Steve Young silver MVP. We'll do a quick recap of some of the highlights. And then this old guy is going off to bed because I'm exhausted. Could swallow my horse pills. So no shortage of cards in this break. Everybody is getting a butt ton of cards. All right, let's look at some of the rookies real quick. Again, last card we just pulled, Stephen Davis. We have a Teddy Bruschi, We have a Bianca Batuka, and we have a Mike Allstott. Eddie George, Marvin Harrison, and then 2 Keyshawn's. Speaking of Keyshawn, we had a silver You Crashed the Game of him. We also had Edgar Bennett, Chris Warren, Tim Brown, Terry Glenn, Emmett Smith, Herman Moore, and Isaac Bruce. All the silver righties, so we did not get the gold. Stickums, we got Carter, Norton, Anderson, Sanders, George, Kramer, Rice, Irvin, Lloyd, Bledsoe, Smith, and Favre. The 1 per pack silver MVPs. I'm not going to go through every one of those, but nice stack. Pretty much one from every team. And then we did get a gold Eric Kramer. And that is going to wrap this up, guys. We will have a break next week. I do apologize. I don't have it in hand. The seller, the site that I got it from had a little shipping delay. So I won't have it until the 1st of next week. I hopefully will have it. I'm hoping to have it in hand by Tuesday, but I will get signups. I'm going to try to get the signups up on Monday. Because Tuesday I'm going to be gone pretty much the entire day and evening. So I don't want to have to try to keep up with who's claiming who on Tuesday night. So I'm going to do my best to get that signed on Monday, even though I won't have the box in hand. I think it's pretty safe to say I'll have it by next week. Going back to baseball, and I'll go ahead and tell you. Let me pull that up real quick because I can't. I think it's 2006. But let me double check. I almost grabbed us a box of 1996 Fleer. I love that set. I love the matte finish. Great for autos. And if that's something that y'all want, let me know. I might do a post. 2006 Fleer. I got us a box of the fat packs, the jumbo packs. So it's like 50 cards per pack, and there's 20 fat packs per box. So it should yield us a good chunk of cards and have some other kind of fun things to chase. I believe we opened 2006 Fleer before. It's not the tradition, it's base Fleer. If you remember those years when they'd had base Fleer and then the Fleer tradition. So it's the regular base Fleer, but pretty cool. That will be next week. Beyond that, I don't know. I may have to take a break a week or two just to source from product because it's getting kind of hard. But yeah, if y'all like the 96 Fleer baseball, I've been eyeing picking up a box of that. So I may put something in the group and you guys respond and tell me. But anywho, that is it for me, guys. Hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. And like I said, look for the sign up for the 2006 Fleer baseball, hopefully Monday evening around 8 p.m. Until then, if you need anything, let me know. If you're ready for me to ship, let me know. I've got pretty much everything outside of this that I have to sort all ready to go. So if you'd like me to ship, let me know. Otherwise, have a great weekend. We'll catch you back here next week.